What if a single US dollar coin could be worth millions? These aren't ordinary coins, they're rare treasures of American history. From the $10,001,794 to the $7.6 million 1804 draped bust, these coins are breaking records. Watch till the end to see the top 4 most expensive ever. Let's go back to 1971. That was the first year the US Mint stopped using silver in the Kennedy half dollar. Before that, half dollars had 40% silver. But in 1971, they switched to a cheaper metal called copper nickel. So all 1971 Kennedy half dollars were supposed to be made of this new metal. But here's the catch. Some silver planchets, or blank coins, from the year before got stuck in the mint machines. And a few of those silver blanks were accidentally used to make 1971 half dollars. That's where the rare silver era coins come from. Most 1971 D Kennedy half dollars are made in copper nickel and are worth about 50 cents to a few dollars. But the ones made by mistake on silver blanks? Those are super rare. Only a few have been found, and that's why collectors go crazy for them. One of these coins sold for over $13,000, and experts believe that a perfect version of this coin, if it looks shiny and clean and gets a high grade from a coin grading service, could sell for $80,000, $100,000, or even $150,000 in the future. Imagine finding one of these in your coin jar. You're just going through your change, and you spot a half dollar. It looks old, maybe a little shiny. You hold it, and it feels heavier than usual. You tap it on the table, and it makes a high-pitched ringing sound. That could be silver. And if it has the 1971 date and a D mint mark, you might have struck gold or silver, actually. But it's not just the silver planchet errors that are valuable. Some 1971 D half dollars have other kinds of mistakes. For example, some were made off-center. That means the design is not in the right place, and part of the coin is blank. These kinds of coins can sell for thousands of dollars too, depending on how big the error is and how nice the coin looks. Others have something called doubling. That means the words or numbers on the coin look like they were printed twice. You might see 2 sets of the word liberty or in God we trust. That kind of mistake, called a double die, also makes the coin worth more. There are even coins that were stamped on the wrong kind of metal. Some 1971 half dollars were struck on planchets meant for quarters or nickels. That's another rare mistake that can bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So how do you know if your coin is valuable? First, look at the edge. If the edge of the coin looks silver all around, with no copper color, that's a good sign it could be made of silver. Copper-nickel coins usually show a brown stripe on the edge. Second, weigh the coin. A regular 1971 D half dollar weighs about 11.34 grams. But the silver ones weigh a little more, around 11.50 grams. It's a small difference, but if you have a digital scale, it can help you tell the difference. You can also do the ring test. Drop the coin gently on a hard surface, like a wooden table. If it makes a dull sound, it's probably copper-nickel. But if it rings like a bell, that's a sign it could be silver. If you think you have a rare error coin, don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can ruin its value. Instead, keep it safe and send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will check it, grade it, and seal it in a plastic holder. That's how collectors know your coin is real and how much it's worth. Now, let's talk numbers. A regular 1971 D Kennedy half dollar in good shape might be worth $1 to $5. In mint condition, maybe $20. But if it's a silver planchet error, even in average shape, it could sell for $8,000 to $13,000. And if it's in top condition, super shiny, perfect detail, and no scratches, it could hit $80,000 or more at auction. Just imagine someone bidding $150,000 for a coin you almost spent at the store. What makes this coin so exciting is that people don't expect it. Most folks think 1971 half dollars are junk or just old pocket change. But hidden among the millions of common coins are a few gems. And that's what makes coin collecting fun. It's like a treasure hunt. You never know what you might find. So the next time you get a $50 in change, don't just toss it in the drawer. Look at it carefully. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Look at the edge. Feel the weight. Listen to the sound. You might be holding a piece of history. You might be holding a small, round ticket to a huge payday. And here's something else: every year, more and more people learn about these rare coins. That means demand is growing. And when demand goes up and supply stays small, the value increases. So if you find one of these rare 1971 D errors and keep it safe, it might be worth even more in the future. This isn't just about coins, it's about history, mistakes, and the thrill of discovery. One little error at the US Mint turned a normal coin into a treasure. And now, you know what to look for. Maybe you'll be the next person to find one. Maybe your coin jar is hiding something amazing. So go check your coins. Who knows? You might be holding a $100,000 surprise. Imagine you find a golden $1 coin in your pocket and you think it's just another Sacagawea dollar. But on one side there is Sacagawea and on the other side it's actually President Washington, like a state quarter portrait. That is not supposed to happen. That mistake is called a mule error, and it turns an everyday coin into a celebrity. This error happened in 2000 at the Philadelphia Mint when someone accidentally used a quarter obverse die, Washington, with a Sacagawea dollar reverse die, the Soaring Eagle. The Mint realized the mistake in late April or early May and destroyed most of the coins. Still, a few escaped. That first coin was found by a man in Arkansas in May 2000 when he opened a roll of Sacagawea dollars. The coin had Washington's head, the P mint mark, but the dollar eagle on the back and no date on the front because quarters had date on back. After the discovery, Mint officials confirmed the error officially by July 2000. That made it the first known true mule error released in normal U.S. coin production. By then they had already melted back thousands of coins, so only about 19 to 21 examples are confirmed to exist today. Collectors treat this coin like a treasure. Most examples are graded between MS64 and MS67, and many are noted by die pair type. There are 3 known die pairs. Die pair 1 is identified by a crack through the F in of on the front. Die pair 2 and 3 have other tiny cracks or marks. Most high-grade coins are from die pair 1. Because fewer than 2 dozen are known, and most are in top mint state condition, collectors push up the price. In March 2018, one graded MS67 sold at auction for $192,000. Then in January 2024, a PCGS MS66 example from die pair 1 sold for $172,500 hammer, $194,062.50 with buyer's fee. That set a new auction record. You might hear story estimates saying such a coin can be worth $89,000, $110,000, or even $158,000 depending on grade and die type. That is because lower graded or less perfect die pairs typically sell in the $80,000 to $150,000 range. A strong MS66 coin often fetches around $125,000 in market estimates. Recently, rumors emerged of a mule coin appraised at $2.1 million because of miraculous condition and provenance. That appraisal came from a news site, but public auction hasn't shown a sale at that level yet. Official auction results remain around $192K, $194K range. To check your coin, look at the front. If it's George Washington with a plain smooth edge and a P mint mark, that's odd. The reverse must be the Sacagawea Eagle with $1. Real coins weigh about 8.1 grams and are golden colored. Each is graded by PCGS or NGC. If it matches these facts, you may hold something worth 6 figures. Collectors like Tommy Bolak own most of the known examples. He has about 15 of the 19 to 21 coins. He keeps bidding and buying more, making public sales scarce. When one appears it draws intense bidding. So if you ever get a Sacagawea dollar and suspect something odd, Washington's portrait, plain edge, mismatched style, don't ignore it. That coin is famous in the numismatic world. Whether it ends up selling for $89,000 or climbs to $158,000 or more depends on its condition and die pair. But almost any authenticated mule error coin is valued well into six figures today. In summary, this 2000p Sacagawea dollar mule error is part of minting legend. It's rare, historic, mysterious, and collectible. From a surprising find in 2000 to record sales near $194,000, these coins show how a tiny minting slip can create something millions treasure. For your viewers, if you find one, get it graded. Your pocket change could be priceless. Imagine you find a golden $1 coin in your pocket and you think it's just another Sacagawea dollar. But on one side there is Sacagawea and on the other side it's actually President Washington, like a state quarter portrait. That is not supposed to happen. That mistake is called a mule error, and it turns an everyday coin into a celebrity. This error happened in 2000 at the Philadelphia Mint when someone accidentally used a quarter obverse die, Washington, with a Sacagawea dollar reverse die, the Soaring Eagle. The Mint realized the mistake in late April or early May and destroyed most of the coins. Still, a few escaped. That first coin was found by a man in Arkansas in May 2000 when he opened a roll of Sacagawea dollars. The coin had Washington's head, the P mint mark, but the dollar eagle on the back and no date on the front because quarters had date on back. After the discovery, Mint officials confirmed the error officially by July 2000. That made it the first known true mule error released in normal U.S. coin production. By then they had already melted back thousands of coins, so only about 19 to 21 examples are confirmed to exist today. Collectors treat this coin like a treasure. Most examples are graded between MS64 and MS67, and many are noted by die pair type. There are three known die pairs. Die pair 1 is identified by a crack through the F in of on the front. Die pair 2 and 3 have other tiny cracks or marks. Most high-grade coins are from die pair 1. Because fewer than 2 dozen are known, and most are in top mint state condition, collectors push up the price. In March 2018, one graded MS67 sold at auction for $192,000. Then in January 2024, a PCGS MS66 example from die pair 1 sold for $172,500 hammer, $194,062.50 with buyer's fee. That set a new auction record. You might hear story estimates saying such a coin can be worth $89,000, $110,000, or even $158,000 depending on grade and die type. That is because lower graded or less perfect die pairs typically sell in the $80,000 to $150,000 range. A strong MS66 coin often fetches around $125,000 in market estimates. Recently, rumors emerged of a mule coin appraised at $2.1 million because of miraculous condition and provenance. That appraisal came from a news site, but public auction hasn't shown a sale at that level yet. Official auction results remain around $192K, $194K range. To check your coin, look at the front. If it's George Washington with a plain smooth edge and a P mint mark, that's odd. The reverse must be the Sacagawea Eagle with $1. Real coins weigh about 8.1 grams and are golden colored. Each is graded by PCGS or NGC. If it matches these facts, you may hold something worth six figures. Collectors like Tommy Bolak own most of the known examples. He has about 15 of the 19 to 21 coins. He keeps bidding and buying more, making public sales scarce. When one appears it draws intense bidding. Did you know that a simple $1 coin from 1979 could be worth more than $89,000, maybe even up to $125,000 or $158,000? Sounds crazy, right? But it's true. This is not just a regular coin. It's a hidden treasure that might be sitting in your house, your coin jar, or even in your wallet right now. Today, we're going to talk about one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American history, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with the P mint mark. Make sure to stay until the end because you might have this exact coin and not even know it. Let's start from the beginning. The U.S. Mint released the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 1979. It was the first American coin to show a real woman instead of Lady Liberty. Susan B. Anthony was a strong fighter for women's rights. That made this coin special in history. But the public didn't like it very much. The coin was too close in size and color to a quarter. People often mixed it up when paying. Because of that, it didn't stay in use for long. The U.S. stopped making the coin after just a few years. But something interesting happened with the very first ones. The coins made in 1979 at the Philadelphia Mint have two different versions. One version is very common and only worth $1 or $2. But the other version is very rare, and that's the one that could be worth thousands, even over $100,000 if it's special enough. These two coins look almost the same, but there's a small detail that changes everything. It's all about how close the date is to the rim of the coin. On the rare version, the date is very close to the edge. That version is called the wide rim or near date. It was only made for a short time and very few people noticed the difference. The other version has the date sitting farther away from the edge, and it's called the narrow rim or far date. That one is super common and not worth much unless it's in perfect condition. So how much can the rare wide rim version be worth? Well, if it's in perfect shape and hasn't been used much, it can sell for $500, $1,000, or even $6,500. But wait, it gets better. Some of these coins also have big mistakes on them. Coin collectors call these mint errors. These are coins that were made wrong by the machines at the mint. And believe it or not, the bigger the mistake, the more the coin can be worth. For example, there's a 1979 Susan B. Anthony coin that was struck on a nickel planchet instead of a dollar coin blank. That one sold for over $15,000. Some others have been found with off-center images, missing parts, or struck on the wrong metal, and those coins can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. A super rare and perfect coin with a crazy error might even reach $89,000, $125,000, or more if a collector really wants it. Here's where things get exciting. Many of these valuable coins have been found by regular people who didn't even know what they had. Some were found in pocket change. Others were sitting in old coin rolls from the bank or in someone's coin collection that had been passed down from a family member. These coins don't always look like treasure at first. Sometimes, they look like any other old dollar coin. But if you know what to look for, you could discover a coin that changes your life. So how do you check if you have a valuable one? First, find a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with a tiny P on it. That P shows it was made in Philadelphia. Now, look at the date. If the numbers are really close to the edge, you might have the wide rim version. You can also compare it to pictures online or next to a regular one to see the difference. If you think you have the rare version, don't spend it. Keep it safe and show it to a coin expert. And if your coin looks strange, like the picture is off-center, or the metal looks weird, or it has a strange shape, that might mean it's a mint error, and it could be worth even more. One of the best ways to know how much your coin is worth is to have it graded. That means sending it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will look at the coin very closely and give it a grade from 1 to 70. A higher number means the coin is in better shape. Coins that are graded 67 or higher can be very valuable. And if your coin is both a rare version and in great shape, that's where the big money comes in. Now, you might be wondering how many of these rare coins are out there. Experts believe there are only a small number of wide rim coins in really great condition. Even fewer have crazy mint errors. That's why collectors are willing to pay so much. It's about supply and demand. The less common the coin, the higher the price someone will pay to own. There was even a case where someone sold a rare 1979 Susan B. Anthony coin with a big error for over $15,000 at auction. That coin had been sitting in a collection for years. Another coin with a special grade and perfect shape went for over $6,000. And people online are always looking for the next rare find. There are coins listed for $89,000, $125,000, and even more, depending on the condition, the era, and how rare it is. Some collectors are willing to pay any price to own a one-of-a-kind coin. So if you're still watching this video, now's the time to go check your coins. Look through your old change jars, bank rolls, and family coin boxes. You might be sitting on a small fortune and not even know it. Look for the $1,979 coin with the P and see where the date sits. If it's close to the rim, and your coin looks clean and shiny, you might have something special. And if it has anything weird or different about it, that's even better. Remember, even a little mistake can make a coin go from $1 to $100,000 or more. Don't rush to sell it right away. Take your time. Research it, compare it to online photos, and maybe send it to a professional for grading. You want to make sure you know what you have before making any decisions. Some people get lucky just once in life, and your lucky break could be sitting right in your hand. So that's the story of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar, the coin that most people thought was boring, but turned out to be a goldmine for collectors. It's proof that sometimes, the most valuable things are hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this story and learned something new, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might also have a rare coin. You never know who might be holding on to a coin worth $89,000, $125,000, or even $158,000. Check your coins. The next big discovery could be yours.